Many things catches your eye, but pursue only those that catch your heart. An Indian proverb. What's up, people of this weird planet called Earth? Welcome to episode 65 of Reality Monday with yours truly, Oluwadamilare Mapa. So the title of this episode is The Fake Life Economy, which is brought to you by the shege that we are currently facing in the country of Nigeria. I don't know about any other place in the world. So livingltlist.com describes fake life or an inauthentic life as a life where you are not being true to yourself or your belief, and an imitation of what your life can be. In a fake life, you please others, but you are dissatisfied, discouraged, and unhappy. Yeah, I think a lot of us can relate to that. When you decide to live more authentically, you choose to accept yourself, including your flaws and your strengths. So this episode it has like a lot of tentacles, but I hope you, like anybody that is listening to this, learns one or two things from it. So I would like to say about six descriptions that this website livingltlist.com uses to categorize people that live a fake life. So number one is someone who spends on things to help them cope with their life. So I think this is something that a lot of a lot of people use as a coping mechanism. Well, those that have money, because I think most Nigerians will not fall into this category because a lot of us are broke, and the fact that our, what do economists call that thing, our purchasing power has reduced because of the way things have gotten so expensive. A lot of people cannot even afford to buy things, but what we can afford to do is bookmark a lot of things online. Apparently that's another definition of spending money or things to help you cope with your life. But those that have money and they are not happy with the kind of life that they are living, even the rich self can live fake life, as long as they fall into this category. So number two is you are living your life waiting for your next vacation. Good. I'm wondering the last time anybody in this Nigeria, or most people if you are talking about the population of Nigeria, most people don't even know what vacation is. The only thing that they feel is vacation if they are traveling to their village for maybe a festive period, and a lot of people will not even do that now because everybody's afraid of everybody. Everybody's literally afraid of even traveling. There's no security. You are scared of even going to wherever you of traveling, probably to wherever you came from or you originated from. A lot of people in Nigeria, the place that they live in is not where their, should I say, ancestors were giving birth or whatever. So this is something that some people do, those that still have money. If you're talking about vacation, you're talking about traveling to another country. But most people that live fake life, or they are not happy with their life and they have a lot of money, they're always waiting for the next vacation for them to fly away. And they're always attached to using a particular location or fancy locations to make themselves happy. So I think that's another big fact. Then number three is you never have time. So a lot of us 24 hours, a lot of us are always complaining about being busy. Even myself, I don't like to say I'm busy, but I like to think that I'm using a lot of my time, which I know obviously I'm not using a lot of it. You see anybody that is always complaining to you about the fact that they are so busy, they're really busy, you should first see because a lot of us like to find things to do, even unnecessary things that don't have any meaning to our lives, just so that we'll be preoccupied. We don't like to look into ourselves or give ourselves alone time. And one of the reasons why people do this is because they are afraid of the reality that they will face if they are by themselves. They are afraid of like the thoughts that will come to their head. So they are always trying to do one thing or the other so that they can be busy every time. I think this applies to a lot of people, especially those that are always like finding new work to do, or like finding unnecessary trivial things to do, hanging out with friends every time, spending time like pressing their phone or stuff. They always complaining about not having time. So next is you find it hard to experience joy. So I think this falls with, if I would say out of like all this category, the one that this one and the next one I'm going to say is one that a lot of Nigerians fall into. Like, it's hard to find happiness when you're not financially happy or financially fulfilled, when like you're not emotionally fulfilled. I think that's like something that a lot of people in Nigeria are currently going through. Emotional and financial stability or security. So if you fall under this category too, fake life is knocking at your door. The next one is your health may be suffering. So in Nigeria, we definitely do not have like a very good health system. So if you get sick, you're in trouble. But then a lot of us are not even eating healthy. We are not we are not we are not sleeping healthy. We are not using things that are healthy. We can't even like afford a lot of things that will improve our health. So it's hard to be like 100% healthy. It's only by God's grace that a lot of us are healthy, and even those that are that say that they are healthy, they are not 100%, because there's definitely one thing or the other that will be doing you probably malaria from time to time, cold, catarrh and everything, and you just pray to God most of the times that these things just go away. For a lot of people that can't even afford to buy drugs, or they use herbal concoction, which also is not totally healthy enough most of the times, because you cannot know your body type, and then the things that you're taking to might have side effects based on who you are. And last on this list is you care more about what others think than about your own belief. This is something that a lot of us, because at this point in Nigeria, a lot of people are depressed based on the life of others, like how they see other people's life, which is something that is like a mirage. Because if we look at it now, there's really no, it's before that we used to have it in Nigeria, where there will be the rich class, the middle class, and the poor class. But now it's only poor and rich people, and those extremely rich people, a lot of them are not even doing things that are legal. If you are talking about you want to look at the population of all the rich in Nigeria, a lot of them are doing, especially politicians, because imagine about majority of your citizens are poor, and it's not even about not having money, it's about affording the basic things, electricity, food is the most important, clothing, shelter, all these things, basically more than should we say, I think if I would say probably 70% of people, 70% of the population can't even afford the basic things, and then things get expensive every single day. So there's no how, if you see someone that is living a bigger life, that's the beginning of depression. And a lot of all these people for instance, now social media has made it easier to pretend about the life that you're not even living. So you can go to fancy restaurants, basically most people on social media, that they are doing all these things that you think their life is fancy. Nobody comes out to come and talk about their problem, because it's not talking about your problem, talking about how you are not financially okay, is not aesthetically pleasing. And the only thing that works online is content that are aesthetically pleasing. So most people will not. I can record content now, be smiling on video, or smiling on audio, and you would not know the kind of things. You will not even know if I've not eaten this morning, or I don't even have anything I will eat. Some people literally don't know what the next day will be for them, but then they will still go and, like, the next morning they go and like shy or something, just so that they can like show this in quotes, because I'm doing that quote thing with my hand now, in quotes, the good life. They're showing everybody that they're living the good life. But you see someone post status today, in the next like 5 days the person is quiet and there's nothing on their status, and then probably another weekend or maybe beginning of the month, then they post another status, and some people are in their house watching the status, feeling depressed that they are not living the good life, when the person that you are thinking that is living that good life is actually living a fake life. The person is just like showing the good things on social media. They are not telling you the bad ones. So literally, living a fake life is not even about just like showing like the flashy things they are doing on social media. It's about all these other factors that most people in Nigeria fall under, even myself, because you are not living the life, you are not living a life that you want, a life that you'd be happy about. And happiness comes, that's one of the reasons why I use the proverb that came like at the beginning of this episode, that says many things catch your eye, but pursue only those things that catch your heart. Like finding joy and happiness in the little that you have, being content, being being fulfilled. She gets trying as much as possible to be happy no matter the situation you find yourself. I was telling a friend of mine, like, was it yesterday or day before yesterday, that like you're the only one that can be responsible for your happiness. And she was telling me that like she does not think she can be responsible for her own happiness, that if the happiness is left to her to decide, then she doesn't think she'll be happy. But I now told her that, like, would you rather outsource your happiness to an human? And I put that human in quotes. Like, would you rather expect your happiness to come from another human? And obviously that's like a very terrible thing to do, because if you cannot make yourself happy, then nobody in this world can make you happy. There's nobody. There's no amount of money, no amount of riches, no amount of achievement that will make you happy if you are not self-fulfilled. So I think this website also gave like a few tips. livinghealthy.com gave a few tips. I can't really remember it because I didn't write it down, but I would say one particular one that caught my attention, which is writing down your values and your things that are important to you, things that you for instance, now finding your purpose in life and pursuing that purpose. Even if you pursue your purpose till you probably, like, even if you don't reach whatever you are pursuing, till death finally catches you. Because I saw one post, was it yesterday? The person was like, all of us are looking for life and death is looking for all of us. But one thing that is like, it is not certain that we would reach life or we will like catch life, but it is certain that death will catch all of us. So you never can tell. Whatever you are trying to achieve in life, death will still pursue you. Death will still catch up with you, without, whether with achieving whatever you want to achieve or without achieving it. So it's important to like put in your mind that the purpose that you like, probably your values or whatever purpose that you want to achieve, or what you feel like you were meant to do in this world, the importance is not achieving it, but it's like the journey that you go through it, and the happiness and fulfillment that you find in the little things that you do. Because obviously you definitely, if you start something today and you are consistent with it, you'd reach milestones, pass different milestones before you finally achieve what you want to achieve. So find happiness in whatever journey that you are pursuing, and not the final outcome, because you might actually not reach that final outcome. And then there's one other thing I remembered, fulfillment too. Contentment. Yes, contentment. You have to be content with whatever you have, because if you are not content with whatever you have, if you continue to have more and continue, you will not be content with it, and then you cannot literally have it all. You can't have it all. You can't have all the women in the world. You can't have all the money in the world. It's not possible. So you have to be content. Contentment is what makes a like is what makes someone that is not as rich as another person like richer than that person. I don't know if that makes sense, but you have to just be content to make yourself happy, and then your happiness lies within you. It doesn't lie within any material thing, within any other human, not even the person that you later fall in love with at the end of the day. Because there is no way, no matter the love that you find, that's one truth in this world. No matter how perfect you think your loved one is, or whoever you love, even your family self, there is one way or the other, one day or one or another day, in fact a lot of days self, that they will frustrate your life, and they will be like the worst, probably like the worst thing that has happened to you. So you can't